When does this trig function attain its maximum value? This is a transformation of y equals cosine of x. We know how to sketch this. Pow. Cosine starts off at its maximum here, and it repeats its maximum every 2 pi, every period. So we know that for this function here, it's going to be similar, but we have a different period. The period is affected by its b value. I'm going to rewrite this again as cos bracket 2 bracket x minus 1. You can see here that this is the b value. B equals 2. And so we have the formula. Period is equals to 2 pi over b, which is 2 pi over 2, which is pi. So in terms of the maximum values for this function here, it's going to repeat more often, which is every pi units. Now let's actually find the exact coordinate of the maximum. The exact coordinate of the maximum here happens to be at x equals 0. But in terms of this one here, it's a bit different. We need to talk about transformations. So I'm going to recopy here. Y equals cosine of 2 x minus 1. We know the max starts off at 0. But here, in terms of transformations, this is the b value. The meaning of this b value is that we're going to multiply all the x value, all the x's, by not 2, but 1 over 2, the reciprocal. So this is what we do first. So if I take that original x value, x equals 0, and that happened to be the maximum, and what's going to happen is we're going to actually multiply the x's by a half. 0 times 1/2 is still equals to 0, so there's no movement. But next, we're supposed to shift it. The minus 1 means move it 1 unit to the right, and so what we have is we have this value of 0 is now shifted. We're going to add 1, which is going to be 1. So the first maximum is going to occur at the x value of x equals 1. So as for the period, we know it's going to repeat every pi units. So the first answer, the max occurs at x equals 1, but it also occurs at 1 plus pi, because that's the next period. And the next occurrence would be 1 plus 2 pi, because you're adding another pi to it. And it continues on and on and on. 1 plus 3 pi, 1 plus 4 pi. In fact, the summarized way of writing this would be 1 plus the period n. And the period happened to be pi. So when you say 1 plus pi n, where n is an integer, and then you can see that how n can be 1, 2, 3, even 0, which gives you the solution 1. And when n is negative 1, it's going to be 1 minus pi, etc. So here's a general solution for all the possible maximum values.